So I'm like, okay. You know what? Honestly, and I don't be like I enjoy wrestling. I love wrestling. Wrestling Twitter is probably more toxic than video game Twitter. And video game Twitter is pretty disgusting at times. I have my like Twitter set up where I just like mute certain things. I got a couple people muted like on the video game Twitter side of things, just because I don't want that energy, and I just don't. I don't need that energy. You know what I mean? It's like I'm doing this for my own well-being is worth more than this. Yeah, so I just don't need to deal with it, right? And wrestling Twitter can get to that too, because even on the wrestling Twitter, I have like a couple words muted, a couple of different people, not more than a couple of different people muted or blocked. It's just it's not worth my energy. Yeah, and putting your own mental health first and taking steps to protect yourself from whatever may come along and just like, cause you to have whatever types of feelings or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I just, don't want to deal with it. Like people talk about Game Pass sucks and it's destroying energy. I block them. I don't care. I just like, don't have any time for that type of energy. And nobody should take the time out to do that. It's like, okay, I see what you're about. It's just all good. All good. Some interesting things. Activision finally came out and showed the new Call of Duty. But the interesting thing about that trailer is it doesn't say Activision on it. I was like, oh, all right. I mean, I think that's the way. Go ahead. I think, honestly, I think it has something to do. I think you're right. I think it has something to do with the news and those type of things that happen, and they're just kind of trying to distance themselves from it. And they're just like, whatever. But hello, everybody. We're here. We're just, chatting as usual. Welcome to the Culture Potion Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan. With me, as always, my good friend Nef. How are you doing today, Nef? Good. I'm glad you had a restful vacation. That's super important, especially in these crazy times. But I digress. Yeah. So if you came in while we were just chatting about the new Call of Duty, and I think you're totally right, Nef. I think it's Activision's way at trying to get out of their own way, and just put it out there that they are that this is back and trying to get out from under the bad headlines, because it's been a hell of a summer for them. I think that's it's totally easy. I mean, if somebody was an adult and dealt with these things head on, we wouldn't be here. But here we are. Oh, it was amazing. So the only thing that Crash Bandicoot is great. The only thing I don't like about that is everybody got taken off of everything else. Like there probably won't be a new Crash for anytime soon because they got taken off of it. But honestly, that's just me nitpicking. And I'll accept that. I'll accept that crown. But anyway, what did you play? Did you play anything interesting while you were on vacation, or you just took a break? All right. Mm. Oh wow. Dang. Well, that sucks. I have not watched Stranger Things. I know. You know, I'm I'm in the minority on that, and I totally understand that. You know what? I'm gonna go with Netflix as being a douche. For 500, Alex. It just I don't. I can see them using that property to boost their gaming division. I don't even know how it's gonna work because apparently they're saying that for right now it's gonna be like mobile only. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, why not do it? But you also got to learn from the mistakes of Google and to a lesser extent Amazon. You know. Yeah, that's what I was going to look up because I was interested to see where it falls in the charts. It is pretty high. Apparently, that and a lot of people have been watching 12 minutes, and I haven't even played that yet. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that. Yeah, I mean, I get trying to protect the business, but at the same time, man, that's a huge loss, and right. Mm. Well, well. Oh, that's great though. That's Pinhead can be. They can just do Pinhead. That's perfectly fine. That was like one of my favorite horror movies back in the day. Um, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm about to start playing Dead by Daylight. It for sure. Um, yeah, It's going to happen. It's definitely going to it's definitely going to be not the first, maybe even not the last thing that same type of thing is going to happen. With the people having their properties, and I mean, same kind of thing happened with the Freddy game. I mean, not the Freddy game. I'm sorry. Yes, same thing happened with that. They kind of lost they lost the rights to it for a little bit. I mean, which that's terrible, especially for a game like that that's online. So I don't know, man. That's bullshit, and it sucks. It sucks. But that's what I'm hoping. Or or they can get a big enough bag of money where it doesn't matter, and they're like, oh yeah, you guys can have this back. Yeah, I'm done playing with you on some like Toy Story would be. Shit. But anyway, what other news happened this week? I think it's been a bunch of things that came up. And well, from last week, they talked about the remasters of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, which is absolutely crazy. That game gets good God, how many times can a game get remade? It's not even remade. It's like a different version of it. Sheesh. My God. I've played that game on so many different systems. It's ridiculous. I played it on Xbox 360, played it on Xbox One, played it on PC, and I played it on Series X. So, my God. My God. It's crazy. This is absolute nutty. Oh, you know what? You know what? Hold on. We're gonna divert for a second because I saw this and I saw some chatter about it, and I'm gonna ask you what's your opinion on it. You see the new mode in Fortnite? Eh, So it's a new limited time event, air quotes, called Imposters, and it's basically straight up just jacked uh, Among Us. I was like, yo, yo, they don't care. They absolutely don't care. They basically, you know what I mean? Like, damn, it's one of those like, hey, I'm gonna I'm gonna steal from you, and I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna steal from you. I'm not gonna apologize for stealing from you, but I'm gonna take this from you and claim it's mine. So I don't know. We'll see. It, right, right. Just that's just absolute bullshit. Right. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And just, man, yeah, they got away with stealing the dances. They got away with and then the whole thing with them and Apple and them trying to claim, oh, like free Fortnite. I'm like, dude, like we know what this is all about. You know, everybody with a brain knows this is all about. You're just trying to make more money, and Fortnite already pulls in. god awful amounts of money, right? Yeah, it's just absolutely silly. I, hold on one second. I'm like all over the place. I don't know what's going on with my stream. The cool thing is, I ordered a 50-foot long Ethernet cable for the house, so hopefully this should be solved. Brunch. um, yeah, yeah. So yeah. Hopefully, next stream I won't be just watching this like meter go from green to yellow to red to green to yellow to red to orange, which I have no idea what the hell that means. But I don't know if it's worse than yellow. I know red is the worst. Like red is the absolute bottom. So I guess it's red, then orange, then yellow, then green. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Or maybe it just like, hey, like I can't, I don't want to change from yellow to red, so I'm gonna put orange in here and just make you feel a little bit worse. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, hardwiring should fix these issues. Sorry, y'all. And now I'm back to green. So, or um, yeah, I don't know. That's really shitty of Epic to do that. Honestly, like, just man, just like either like acknowledge them, or give them a heads up or something, like just to like overall jack their shit and just put it on yours and act like it never was done before. That's kind of shitty. Um, but yeah, so we talked a little bit about. I know you wanted to talk a little bit about some of the anime news that happened this week and last week too. That's perfectly fine. I don't even remember what happened. Yeah, I remember you said something about it like really quick. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, that's Star Wars. I can't wait. I saw that. That's what I'm hoping. Um, um, that's what I'm hoping. They put all that stuff there because, like, anime is such a weird thing to like try to get different people into this at this day and age, because like it's no real place like where you can get all of it. You know what I mean? And you kind of like got to point to like different avenues and stuff like that. Like Netflix has a decent anime section. I can't remember if Amazon Prime does. Um, they do. Um, oh, that's awesome. Um, Side note, they have a really great like old school kung fu flick selection on Amazon Prime there. Yeah. For like the 10 people out there that listen to this and be into that type of thing. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to then like I'm not. It's still kind of a gray area to get anime sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it, the way it propagates over here is kind of hard to get sometimes. Like you gotta go like, yeah. The only issue is it takes so long, and if you know if you're kind of in the know and winking a nod, you probably already watched it by then, or or saw somebody talk about it and tried to find it by then. So I mean, I hope that changes because it's it's hard. It's hard to get people into that stuff and like talk to them about anime, and you gotta like, oh well, you gotta go here, right? Not that one, and this one's not on either one of those. Good luck trying to find that. Um, it's so it's just wow, wow. What else? So we talked about this at the start, but a little bit. Um, what if Marvel's What If is really interesting? Um, it's such a great concept because you can just like you were saying, you can just like pull two things together and like, oh well, what if this happened? You know, yeah. I mean, and I get it. That's the purpose of the multiverse, and you can kind of go into those things, but it's so like it's so wild how they came up with the ones they came up with. Um, like I never, and I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to like briefly talk about it. I never would have picked T'Challa to be Star Lord, but it works. But it works. It's super good. It works. The only thing I will say about it, and this is not a criticism of it, but it just makes you want that because it makes Star Lord such a better character, and they took the best parts of the Star Lord character and the best parts of Black Panther too, um, and kind of mashed them up into this character, and just funny to see where like other characters would be if they are. They are, and like not to shit on Star Lord, like, but he's kind of a goddamn doofus. Like he just is what he is. But that's the character. He's a doofus. Like he is what he can't help it. He is what he is, right? He's just a he's a do. He's that guy. He's he's a dumbass. Like he can't help it. It's like it makes me laugh, and I think that's why Guardians of the Galaxy works so much because even though he's the leader, he has great ideas and he's a great planner, and he's a great pilot, but he's a dumbass. Like he just is what he is. He can't help it. He was born this way. Um, then seeing like somebody who's who's raised to be a leader, raised to be intelligent, raised to you know know all these great things, be that character, be the explorer, be the adventurer. It's super crazy to see it. It um so it's great. I know you don't really need to see Black Panther to understand that. To understand this TV show, this episode. Holy, I'm just like, dang, my kids must be playing some type of game. My network is like up and down. It is so wild. They're streaming movies in 4K. That's what's happening. Um, all of them, all different TVs. Um, but yeah, it's good. I think it's worth watching. It's my favorite of the two episodes so far. T'Challa has a special place in my heart. Chadwick killed that role, and I'm sad he's gone. You know, it's that was heartbreaking. Um, but to see him on the screen one more time, and apparently he's going to appear at least three more times through the season. Because if I remember correctly, there is a what if Killmonger became the Black Panther. Like, I mean, I know he did in the movie, but it's what if what if Killmonger was actually raised to be Black Panther, which I'm absolutely dying to see that. Um, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I to kind of digress, and I know you said that you haven't seen Black Panther, but I have a number of friends who are like, "Oh, you've seen it? Okay." So I have a number of friends who are like, "Yeah, well, Killmonger wasn't wrong until he started trying to kill people." I was like, "Well, I get it, like that, but that's a whole heavy conversation that we can have like a whole 3 episodes about." Um, because hey man, like what he said to the lady in the museum, he wasn't wrong. Like like you, these artifacts didn't just show up on the doorstep, and they weren't like just paid for at a store. Um, it wasn't like, oh, gonna go to Walmart and buy some you know some stuff from ancient Africa. It didn't happen that way. Um, but again, that's a subject for a whole nother day and another podcast, because this is just not the right form for that. Um, but it'll be interesting to see how they take that. Um, and ooh, good question. I don't know. I wonder if they can. Yeah, I'm looking at that. It's got to be. It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be 6 or 7 episodes. But I think this will continue too. Like I think they will make more than one season of this too. Oh shoot, nephew still there? I'm sorry. Like my okay, cool. Wanted to make sure I ain't losing you. Like I'm just looking at this. Like, mm. um. Oh, it's an episode about Tony Stark. That's gonna be interesting. Um, it doesn't say. I haven't found it yet. It just says that there've been 2 episodes so far. So I think this will be an ongoing thing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I think this will just continue, kind of continue on, because you could, like you said, like you can just throw anything to towards this and just like see what sticks. Yeah, exactly. Right. They're just like, oh, yeah. We'll see what happens. Um, yeah, and it seems for this one, the one thing I do like about this is, for the most part, they keep in, you know, everybody who played those characters in the movies pretty much plays those characters in What If, voices those characters in What If, which is awesome. That's awesome. Um, yeah. Um. Anyway, um, I heard about that. Wow. No, I get you. Yeah, yeah. It right, right. Same here. Like, I've been thinking about that a lot. Um, like if somebody had told me back in like 2018 or even like early 2020, like January of 2020, had told me, "Hey, dude, like your world is about to absolutely change, and you'll have to stay home for a right." I mean, like even when this thing started, like even when like my real job was like, oh yeah, everybody's gonna go work from home. I was like, oh okay, cool. Like we'll be in this for a couple of weeks, and then that shit just turned to a couple months, and now like it's a year later. It's exactly. It's like God, I would have never thought that. So I understand where Disney's coming from, but I think this should be where somebody should have talked to like both sides, like they should have an arbitrator or something like that to kind of work it out. Because I understand it's crazy. Like we didn't, nobody saw this coming. Not even, yeah, yeah. And I understand, like like you had to set up in your contract it should be that way, but at the same time, like who saw a global pandemic happening ever? Right. Like this will be something that people will tell their kids for centuries. Like your great great grandparent was was in the pandemic of 2020, and had to live through that shit. It's absolutely nutty. Absolutely nutty. Yeah, that one. That happened. But anyways, I don't know. Like I understand where she's coming from, and I'm all about hey, get your money, man. Like like that should happen. Like get paid, but at the same time, like you know, some things are out of your control, you know, or out of anybody's control. Right. It's such a weird situation. I think you're right. It's absolutely a no-win situation. No win for anybody. Not her, not Disney. Like nobody comes out looking good. Same. Yeah, not mine either. Yeah, yeah. Um, man, like I was so QuakeCon is going on, and they Beth- Bethesda remade remastered Quake and put it on everything basically. And man, number one, people like had an aneurysm about it. I've seen so many people say, "Oh, why is Xbox putting games on other systems?" And then I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. It's Quake One. It's not like a new game, but people lost their mind over it anyway. Yeah, it's the same argument from the same people. and it's the same. S- yeah, it's just like damn, like this is a great, this is a game I've played a lot of on my PC back in the day. Um, and it's just cool to have it. It's $10 on everything that you can buy it on. And you can just play it. Yeah, right. And you just, that's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's just, it'll be okay. Dude, I don't know. Can I give him a warm glass of milk or something? It's just wow, for real. I mean, I'm gonna have to make up a sign like "Go touch grass," expeditiously. Not even immediate, expeditiously, like right now. I don't know. I don't know. To take a slight, take a slight rant break, detour, if you will. Um, and like, I love video games. I love playing video games. How do these people argue online about video games all damn day? And like, do you guys actually play video games or do you just complain about them? I wonder. Like, what do you do? Like, but after a while, like, it's just like, oh, yeah, just like you. Okay, are you? Is you finished or is you done? Like, come on. It just, I can't get it. Like, it's so much shit out here to play. It's so much stuff to play. Like 12 minutes came out. I'm gonna play that. I've been playing Hades. I got back into Rust again. Um, which is that game is like the I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's painful, but I go through these spells where I just like, oh, I got to play it, and then I hate it, and then I got to play it again. It's just weird. Um, next week Psychonauts 2 comes out. Um, I want to get back into playing Destiny. And just so much to play, and I'm like, yo, I just don't have time to argue with people. It's just, for real. Like the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima came out, and I want to play that too. And I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima yet, but I want to check it out. Yeah, want to check it out. Yeah, it's gotta be. I mean, shit, I haven't played Last of Us 2 yet, and that's something I want to check out also. Um, it's like so much stuff out there to play. Like WarioWare comes out in 2 weeks. I'm definitely gonna buy that. Um, what else is? And there's like a ton of games. Like you know, like I have the Evil Game Pass, and that just keeps like putting out games. uh, it's like Mist came out for Game Pass this week. I mean, next week it comes out, which I haven't played. Yeah, I haven't played Mist and I didn't even know they were remaking Mist. I had no idea. But yeah, it's out there. Just so much stuff to play, man. Like I can't imagine like if anything we should be upset and arguing about is not having enough time to play. Like, it is that's the real. I've done this one thing where I would look at the list of games that I have on my console and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch YouTube now. I can't. This is overwhelming. Um, Speaking of Steam, did something really cool the other day, which kind of like blew, kind of like had me kind of kind of made me like, oh, this is awesome. I downloaded a whole bunch of like older games that I had on Steam onto this computer. I've only had this computer up for about maybe about maybe like 2 months now, 3 months now. I really haven't put anything on there. Exactly. Like built it maybe, yeah. So I just downloaded a couple things. I downloaded some more VR games that I had. Um, downloaded a couple older games I had. I've played a lot of, and I was like, downloaded them, and then I started playing a couple of them. And I'm like, man, this is awesome. I can do this all day. Um, but man, like my Steam list is stupid. Steam sales are, yeah. Oh, this game's only $1.50. Oh, you know, right. Like right now, my Steam library has 300 something games, and yeah, and that's kind of like tame. I I don't know. I have this account for about shit more than 10 years, probably. I see my daughter's 12. I've had this account probably like 15 years. Cause yeah, I jumped on Steam when like people hated it because that's the only place you can get Half Life 2. Um, yeah, yeah, my I'm not even gonna talk about my Xbox library. It's disgusting. It's funny when my daughter like she'll like hop on my Xbox, and she'll like take a look at all the stuff I got, and she's like, "Whoa, you got this?" And and she has her own Xbox. The one thing that I did wrong per se as a parent, um, was when we first started playing video games together, and you know, like she didn't have her own Xbox when she started living here with me, so I had to go get her. I got her Xbox or whatever. We were playing on the Series X, and I had Quick Resume, and she doesn't. She has an Xbox One S, and she doesn't have Quick Resume. So it's like going to the Stone Age for her, and which sounds silly. It sounds absolutely dumb. Yeah, she's like used to like flipping around games and being able to just start up from where she was, and it's like it doesn't work that way on the older systems. So that's been fun. First world problems. I know. Yeah, that's what I told her. Oh, oh my god. Did you ever have a memory card die on you? Don't ever. Yeah, you know what? Where the best pro tip I could ever say is don't ever get like one of those like off-brand memory cards. Oh my god, I had one with like Final Fantasy 7 on there, and it just corrupted everything. My god, it just like like I still to this day. Oh, you know what? I usually had like, especially in RPGs, I usually carry like 3 to 4 different saves. Um, just like it's something about the RPG, like especially like a good JRPG. Like you gotta have like 4 different saves. Gotta have like 3 or 4 different saves. Right. Or you get to a boss and you're just like, you know, vastly unprepared. Whether equipment or you don't have like the right skill level. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. And it doesn't like usually like sometimes it has the telltale signs of a boss fight. Like okay, hold on. Why is all these save point 5 rows of like potions and you're just like what the hell? Ooh. And you're just like, the damn merchant is the giveaway. That's dead giveaway. You're just like, oh, cool. I have all this gil, and I can buy. Oh shit! I'm about to go into a boss. Am I? Like, yeah, it's just like, fuck. I know what's about to happen right now. Um, man, just I don't know. Yeah, and now it's totally different. It's totally different. Oh my god. I cannot. Even funny, like when I go play like retro games and I think about it, like, damn, how the hell did I do this back in the day? Um, I played some of my old Sega games. Man, I was telling my daughter about that. It really is. It really is. I don't know. They really do. You know what? Me and my daughter were looking at it the other day. I pulled up Origin on my PC, and we're gonna she wants to build her own piece. I mean, she wants to like not build her own, but she's gonna take one of these old laptops I have and just like image it for herself. So she's gonna put Windows on it and stuff like that. I'm gonna help her, of course, but she wants to set it up for herself. And we were looking through the Sim sale and like just wading through the amount of stuff. And I know we've talked about this before, but it's like so much stuff. Right. Right. And but she's like she sees all that stuff. Like she saw a couple of them. She was like, "Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool." And we kind of finessed at Target a week ago where they had like the Sims pack. They had like a Sims double pack, and it was on clearance. And the guy gave it to us for like $10, and it was like the pack was like it was the full Sims game, which he already has, but the pack was like $20, and we got it for 9. So I was like, oh, awesome. Yeah, and she was really happy. I think it was the eco pack. She already has the island pack. Uh, and it's funny. Yeah. Man, she enjoys it. She just make stories up about it, like her Sims. It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. I gotta get her to start putting this stuff on YouTube because it's hilarious, and she just has me dying, laughing about her Sims adventures, her Sim adventures, if you will. Um, well, we were at the 50-minute mark, um, and I don't know how do we wrap we wrap this episode up? All the crazy shit that's been going on. Um, right. They didn't. They didn't. Um, Not even like half the game. It's such a weird situation because they pushed back the co-op multiplayer, the co-op campaign, I guess. Not co-op multiplayer, but co-op campaign and the Forge mode, which I really haven't played around in Forge. I know that is something that people go nuts for, and I've seen a lot of people make really great things in Forge. Um, and that sucks, but Honestly, it was between that and just pushing the whole game back. And this is weird because I'm usually not a proponent of this, but um, usually I say just push the whole game back. But at this point, they can't push that game back no more. Uh, they just can't. Like they really can't push this game back again. Um, what I've played of the multiplayer, and then I know they're going to do another flight, and it's going to have 4-on-4 um, multiplayer and big team battle, which should be awesome. Um, yeah, they can't push this game back no more. It's you know, yeah. I mean, people are looking forward to this game too much. 343 is like getting like all types of hate mail about it. It just it has to come out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hopefully they get it together. Well, um, that's our show. I wanted to talk a little bit about. I know if you're out there watching, you've seen me pop up. You follow us on Twitch. You've seen me pop up a couple times and do a couple streams. I'm gonna continue doing that this week. I'm gonna continue playing through Hades, even though that game is just challenging as fuck. And um, but I love it. I love that game. That game's awesome. It's probably like it's slowly becoming my favorite roguelike game ever. Just because it's so good. It's so good. The everything about that game, like it's challenging, super rewarding. Every like that game is so good. Like honestly, I know like people are tired of hearing about Hades. People are tired of hearing about how great Hades is, but man, if I could tell you, like, yeah, it's a reason. It is that game is awesome. Like the voice acting, the animation, the graphics, the everything, the gameplay in that game, everything about that game is awesome. Awesome. Like I can't. This is one game that I think I know it won game of the year at the Game Awards last year. I think right. Um, I would vote for that game to win game of the year again. That's how good it is. Like I and the funny thing is I played it on Switch and I really enjoyed it. And now that I'm playing it on Xbox, I'm like, damn, this game is really fucking good. And it's I do prefer it on the Xbox. I prefer the Xbox controller better. And I know it's on PC, so maybe PC players will like it there. And some people like playing on the Switch. Like the Switch is great for like playing portable games. And there's some like Hades was really good. I'm glad I bought it. Like I'm not mad at buying it. Oh yeah, it's the perfect it's the perfect airport game for me because you can get a couple games in. You can get super serious into it. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'll do that some more. But y'all have a great night, weekend, and we'll catch you back here next week. And we'll be back to talk about something and rant about something else. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Bye.